Boxing. This is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum. Brought to you by Holden Boxing and by Boost Mobile. Money is power. This bout is scheduled for 6 rounds in the heavyweight division. Our judges at ringside, Henry Gary, Chris Ritter, and Gary Ritter. And the man in charge at the sound of the bell, another one, Mr. Gerald Ritter. Introducing first, out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 215.8 pounds, wearing red trunks with silver trim. His record, 4 victories, 2 defeats. 2 of those victories coming by knockout. From Tucumbo, Michoacan, Mexico, Marco Antonio Canedo. Introducing out of the red corner. He weighed in at 225.4 pounds, wearing navy blue trunks with silver trim. His record is perfect. 2 victories, no defeats. Both victories coming by way of knockout. He is a U.S. Olympic silver medalist from Tulare, California, Richard Torrez Jr.
Torrez Jr., the first American heavyweight silver medalist since Riddick Bowe back in '88.
Okay, gentlemen, you've received instructions earlier. Expect a good, clean, hard fight. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Both your trunks are good. Touch your gloves. Let's get after it.
Of course, we are on a gold medal drought with our U.S. Olympic team. The last man to win a gold medal for Team USA, our very own Andre Ward back in 2004. We want to congratulate Andre tonight. He is not with us ringside because he is in Nevada, as he is making his way into the Nevada State Boxing Hall of Fame. It's a big year of Hall of Fame entries for our broadcast partner, Andre Ward. All right, you can see right away Richard Torrez coming out and being more the aggressor. That's what he told us yesterday, Timmy.
That's what it's all about with him. You gotta understand, he's a small heavyweight, and I said, you know, how important is it for you to stay true to yourself? Oh my God, wow!
20 seconds in, knockdown scored against Canedo. Canedo was just TKO'd in the 5th round in his last fight in March, and Torrez puts him down in the 1st. Here comes the Olympian, Torrez. Young man from Tulare, California, big left hand, and a huge right, and it is a face plant. Destructive power from Richard Torrez Jr. 3-0, 3 knockouts, and Canedo is down and out. They are going to get him medical attention right away. Doctors ringside immediately into the ring, as those were 2 massive blows that Marco Antonio Canedo took. Well, as is always the case, we will monitor the situation with Canedo as veteran cornerman Stitch Duran is in there, as well as the ringside physicians. Dr. Corey Shonley, Dr. David Combs. They're quick to get in there. And there you see movement with his arms, which is a early good sign, as Richard Torrez Jr. has done the right thing, taken a knee. Staying in that neutral corner, as all eyes are on Marco Antonio Canedo, the 30-year-old from Mexico, who was making his U.S. debut in this fight and was immediately floored 20 seconds into the fight, and then Torrez came charging in with a thunderous combination. As Canedo slowly making his way to a sit-up position. You can see him now communicating more clearly with the ringside physicians as well as Stitch Duran. Typically, we'll get him in stages to an upright position. We'll go to the stool most likely next before he goes to his feet, just to assess how he's dealing with it. And you can see him struggling to even get into position for the stool. So clearly, Marco Antonio Canedo will be leaving the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in an ambulance to get immediate medical evaluation at the nearby hospital after they conclude the ringside physician's evaluation here. Okay, so with Marco up on a stool, communicating with the doctors, comfortable enough now to show you how it happened. Timmy, take us through it.
Just started off, you know, you got Torrez Jr. just being aggressive. I'm still a little bit buzzed by that punch right there, that first punch that lands in the corner. Man, my nerves are good. Trust me, people, being in that ring, this is one of the things that I was always worried about. Getting caught flush like that, getting caught cold like Canedo got caught. Torrez is an aggressive fighter, and it's obvious he has heavy hands. Catching Canedo, pinned in the corner.
And then this is the
straight
finish.
Left hand, and here's the finish right here. Torrez understands what's in front of him, knows he has his man hurt, but look at those 3 shots right there. And that right there, you never want to see a fighter land directly on his face. I'll call that a level 4 knockout win right there. Level 4. That is the worst way to be knocked out. When you fall directly on your face.
Tim, I think there's a reason why he fell directly on his face, as this is an even better sign as he's able, with his own support, to make his way through the ropes and out of the ring. But when you go back, and we will show you that first replay again, when you go back and watch the replays, on the first power left hand that lands, he is nearly out.
He was out.
So then you have the follow left hand. By the time the flush right hand lands, he is already out. Watch again.
Already.
Watch his eyes on the first punch, and then watch how he is just a sitting target by the time the right hand hits, and that is why he goes face first. But right now, under his own power, he is leaving ringside as his team will walk out with him. And again, ambulance just off to the back, and surely he will go to the medical center for evaluation. Watch this. Watch his face on the first impact of the big left hand. Here it comes.
Boom.
Look at his eyes.
He sleep right there.
And then the right hand was just massive.
And and some people might say, well, you know what Torrez, he didn't have to follow with those other combinations. You got you in the midst of the moment. You let those hands go.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Tulsa, Oklahoma, this bout comes to a conclusion at 44 seconds of round number 1 for your winner by knockout, Richard Torrez Jr.
Scary moment. Big power from Torrez Jr. 3-0, 3 knockouts. The next young heavyweight is coming up next. 11-0 with 11 knockouts is Jared Anderson.